I'm really tempted to get myself another fruit punch Gatorade, because this one's all out, but I have coffee right next to me, so that would be defeating the purpose, and then I wouldn't get to finish the coffee. Problem solved. What's going on, my pretty pandas? It's your huggable hipster here, and welcome back to How to Start a Gaming Channel on YouTube. Now, I'm really glad a lot of you seem to like the first two episodes of How to Start a Gaming Channel, and this one I'm thinking it might be a two-part series, but I have no idea yet. This one is going to be more along the lines of how to edit on Final Cut Pro, because I know there are a lot of videos on how to do that, but we're going to have a little bit of fun with it. I'm going to take you guys through a project that I normally have without my face capture, because I know there are a lot of ways that people do face capture, but I didn't do my face capture for this one yet because I made a mistake on the episode, and you'll see what I'm talking about later. But yeah, first off, what do you guys think of my background? Do you guys like my background? I think it's a really awesome background. As you guys know, I'm a Resident Evil fan hard, like die hard fan hard. That just sounds really weird. Die-hard fan of Resident Evil, hence the background. I go through so many backgrounds on my computer, a week, a day, a month, a year, so many. So we're gonna take you through what my background consists of. I tried downloading Fortnite. My friend gave me a free code for it. Thank you, Eric, by the way. I'm gonna try downloading it on my Xbox because I really want to review it and see this game because I've heard so many good things about it. It was from the same creators of Gears of War, so that's any indication of how it's gonna be. But yeah, I always keep separate files and folders for everything on my MacBook, and right now I have a MacBook. Wait a second, let's see what the specs are on this. That way you guys know, in case you want to know what my MacBook is about. So mine is the Mac OS Sierra version 10.12.5, and it's a MacBook 13-inch mid-2010, so it's like 7 years old. But yeah, it has a 2.4 gigahertz Intel Core Duo, and it's an older version, so it's going to have an older overlay of stuff that it has inside it, but it's worked fine for me for the past year. And yeah, because I didn't have a computer before, and my dad was awesome enough to gift me this for my usage because he knows how much I love Apple products, because I'm an Apple whore. I absolutely love them so much. But yeah, let's get to the folders. So for my Gears of War, I always go in and put everything in folders. I don't care what it is, I don't care what I'm doing. I am such an organized person. I get a little bit OCD with everything, a little bit too much. So for thumbnails, I have a folder for every single thumbnail ever. Even all the ones that I did before, I had to keep them on a separate drive because they were getting so much. It was clouding up my computer. So I keep a file folder of all of my thumbnails. And you guys, if you guys want to have organization on your computer while you're doing YouTube, this is key, because I know a lot of YouTubers that keep all of their older videos and whatnot, but I always, like, if I don't have space on my computer, I'll just toss them, and if I need to keep a specific video, I will, but I'll put it in an external hard drive if I need to. So yeah, so far I have a lot of my Gears of War and Ori and my end screen picture, but other than that, I have all of my other ones stored away. This is currently the story I'm working on for NexGen Gaming. I keep a file folder of all of that, which I'm not going to show you right now because that game isn't coming out until 2018, so get excited for that. I keep a file folder of all of the short stories I'm currently working on, anthologies, all that kind of thing. Game review articles, all the games that I've reviewed so far, which is 3. I'm going to try to review Five Nights at Freddy's story mode when I get a chance, because I know I really want to get to see Mark play that. I think I've seen the first part of his playthrough. I have to watch the rest, and I'm going to review it. So hopefully that'll be up on Monday. How to, that's where all of these videos go. Whenever they're done editing or whatnot, I put them in this folder, and then that lets me know what videos are done, what ones I still need to work on. The T-Talks go. All the T-Talks I usually put here when they're done. When they're finished uploading, I discard them. If I need them, like I said, I'll keep them in the external hard drive. Ori and the Blind Forest, that's where all of them go. Gears of War, that's where all of them go. Do I still have any of them here? Because I need to show you guys. No, I don't have any of those there. But what I will usually do, because it has like lettering, and that's like usually the file type of what the video is, it'll have like movie 14 dot something something, and I usually name what the project is underneath. Like if I'm working on Ori and the Blind Forest, I'll do Ori 14 Ori Part 14 Video 1. And that'll be like into parts of how many of these I recorded so far. That way when it goes into Final Cut Pro, I know which ones go in which order so I can edit it the right way. If it were just all numbers, I would just be like which one is going where. So it helps me organize things if you put them in the right order. Now, let's get into the process of Final Cut Pro. This beautiful thing right here. So, I'm gonna pull up a project. And forgive my nose, I've been sneezing all day and all night, so... Okay, so we're gonna go step by step, which is why I think this is going to be a two-parter, because there's a lot here. We're gonna open up a project. Open. There we go. Okay, so it says segment 003, bunch of numbers. That's just basically what your project is. And if you go along, you have all of the gameplay here, which is a whopping hour and 40 minutes and 57 seconds that I recorded. Which you're going to see in a second of how to put your face capture with your gameplay. It's very easy. I don't know why it was so difficult for me to learn in the very beginning, but it's actually extremely easy. Like everything, once you practice anything, it becomes extremely easy. And then once you learn something new, you have to get adjusted to it, and then once you practice it, that becomes extremely easy too. So don't think anything is too hard until you begin to tackle it and until you begin to understand it. That's why I always tell people, you know, people are mostly afraid of things they don't understand. So, okay, so what we're going to do here first is go by the first button. This is the import media. This is where you are going to find all of your game capture, everything that is located on your computer that you want to import into Final Cut Pro. You're going to find it here. And I got Final Cut Pro last year around May, June-ish, probably. I got like a free trial of it, and then I loved it so much I just downloaded the entire thing, and it was absolutely wonderful. It was the best decision I ever made, because with this there's so many possibilities that you couldn't do with iMovie. iMovie is like the little brother, and this is the bigger brother of iMovie, if that makes sense. So with this you get so many opportunities, and the segment that has been inputted was this one, the hour and 46 minute one. So you have built-in eyesight, which is just your face cam, and that's, you know, if you want to record something really quickly on the fly to insert. Pink sticky note is covering my face cam because I don't put my face cam on during the day at all. I keep it closed because anybody can hack into anything nowadays, so I always keep a sticky note on top of my face cam. Then you have the Macintosh HD, which is just a bunch of the files that you have on your computer from whatever you want to import into Final Cut Pro. Then you have your desktop. Again, all the files that you want to import from your desktop, and your user on my MacBook, people will know that's just the place where you have other files that you keep. Now you go over here and you can add something to your existing event, or you can create a new event, which is basically a new movie in Final Cut Pro. You can copy the library, you can leave files in place, which I just usually copy to the library because that way I can see all the events that are there, so I can copy paste whatever I choose to. You can sort things by keywords. I don't usually sort things by keywords. I usually know just what is there because it's readily available, and I don't have a bunch of older media clouding up everything, so I know what's usually there. And most of this stuff you won't need to use if you're just editing, like analyze and fix, analyze videos for balance and color. You can do that if you're a perfectionist with how it looks, which I should probably start doing too, because some of the colors are dull in the video whenever it comes to Ori. But you can remove silent channels, you can separate mono and group stereo audio, balance out what is heard and what isn't if you want to do some cool effects and whatnot. So that's just basically the nitty-gritty of how you want to have your audio and whatnot imported into Final Cut Pro. Now with this is searching for keywords. So if you want to search for keywords for shortcuts for anything like that that you have within the video that you said or whatnot, that's what you search for. I rarely, if ever, have used this. Now this is going to be what you're going to keep an eye on, or if you are like me and just do other work while your video is uploading, this is what you're going to have as your background tasks, as it says up above. You have transcoding and analysis, importing media, media management, thumbnails and waveform, rendering, sharing, backup. This is what's going to happen after you finish editing and everything, and you're ready to process and export your media to your physical laptop. You're going to save it, and then it saves automatically, so I shouldn't say save, but you're going to press file over here, and you're going to share and you're going to export your file onto your computer. And what happens then is that it'll go onto here where it will start rendering down to a usable format so you can upload it to YouTube. And this is just handy. It shows you your percentage over here, like how long it takes. Usually it takes my videos, if it's like a skit and it's like 4 minutes long, it'll take like maybe a minute, maybe a minute and a half to upload or to render down to. But if it's a longer video like this one, I suspect will be, it will probably take like an hour or two to render down to the computer, which is about 3.5 gigabytes. So you want to be very careful of your usage of your computer and how much space you're keeping up. Right now I have like 75 gigabytes left on my computer that I can use, and that gets taken up really quickly. That's why I always have to delete certain files to make room for everything else that I need. And I hate getting that message that's like, oh, you need to make room, and then your computer's slow as shit, and then it's just like crap. So usually where I go to first, besides importing the media and everything like that, I will go and make sure everything is here. This is the music at the end of the video that I use, which is now copywritten, but here I'll play a snippet for you guys. Where is it? Now. Yeah. So that's where you keep all of that. You can keep that in the media section. This is where my lovely panda is, my little pretty panda. I found this actually on Google. I don't know who the artist is, or else I would have had her credited in the description below. So if you guys know who the artist is of this picture, please let her know that I use this as my ending screen for my YouTube videos, because I really love this picture so much. It just screamed who I was, because I love pandas so much. They're my favorite animal besides wolves, snakes, and bats. But pandas first, then you got bats, then snakes, and then wolves. And then usually all your media will be below. After you import media, it will be in this section right over here, and then you can drag it and just drag it into here, but we're not going to do that just yet because we already have that in there. So that's going to be draggable and droppable into there. And then, alright, so we're going to drag it and then put it on top of here. And that's what you're going to do with your face capture. Whenever you have transferred over your media from your camera and everything like that onto your computer, you take the files that have been downloaded from your face capture from your camera and you put it on top like I did from here. That way, when you go over here, you can press this and it has so many options over here where you can do transform, crop, distort the picture of your face cam however you want. And I'm going to talk about comedic timing in a second, but comedic timing has a big role to play in this whenever you're doing your editing. That's why I love editing so much, because it brings together all the thoughts and all the funnies that you have in your mind of how you want to edit things to life in here. So let's say you want to transform, and that just means you're going to reduce the size of this. That way you have an overlay of your face cam. And see the circles that are right up there? That just means that you can put it upside down, put it this way, put it that way, but you want it to be this way. And then you just put it up at the corner of your video. You have to make it smaller than that. That way people don't get a big face cam like the mistake I made when I made my first couple of videos. My face cam was humongous. But yeah, you want to put it right in the corner of your video, or you can put it in the... What happened? Or you can put it in the left corner or the right corner, whichever corner you want to use. So yeah, that's how you put the face cam in there. I don't know why it was so difficult for me to learn at first. Like I said, it's new stuff. You learn how to do things after you practice them a lot. So you can even transform the big picture, like the gameplay itself. You can transform it to be bigger than it is, that way you can focus on Ori, or to be smaller than it is, that way you can go for some comedic timing on something like that. So let me explain the comedic timing for a second. You guys see whenever I transform a lot of my face cam into like something longer or something where I have inserted picture inside of it, that's just, you have to figure out your own comedic timing with a lot of stuff. And the thing is that, let me delete this, that way it's not actually there, but I just press the delete button on your computer. You don't have to do anything fancy schmancy to delete it. But whenever I'm talking about comedic timing, let's say I'm playing a video game about sharks, and I want to be able to express comedic timing by doing the Sharks theme song, and every time that the Sharks theme song is going da-da, 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 my face cam will get larger and larger and larger, and maybe at the end spin around and do a thing. That's something that you have to figure out on your own. Like, I absolutely love doing comedic stuff like that. It's subtle but effective whenever you want to make someone laugh, or whenever you want something to work in the way that's best fit for your videos. And I found when I never do over dramatize things in my videos to make a point. Like, I know some people overly edit their videos in order to try to be funny when it's not needed. So for me, I just take the opposite route, and I try to take subtlety in places that might actually bring across a more genuine sense of comedy, instead of like, hey, that's slapstick comedy of where like your mother jokes and all that kind of stuff. Like, I just find it pointless. I feel like people if they're here for your videos, they're gonna stay for your videos and who you are as a person. You don't have to try as hard, if you will. And then there's so many things that you can do with your video editing. You can put in different kinds of clips, like I said. You can do a different kind of like text and stuff, like what I used to do with my Outlast video. I think, what was it? It was a video that I did. Blend in both of your screens, like your face capture and the screen. Like, you can just do so many things with this. And I can, like, this video, I'm still in game mode right now, it'll be hours long if I went through what each of these were. So the pleasure of getting to use Final Cut Pro is you get to explore everything that's there. You get to use your opacity, so that just means, oh, look, it's getting darker. It's getting darker. Yeah, you get to use it for that too. You get to place it on either axis, generally just makes it more fun to use. You can scale the video. You can just use however you would like it is whenever you're dragging or dropping any of your anything from what I showed from the face capture. It's basically the same thing, only you have it over here. Let's see, for here, this is what you're going to need the most, if I'm going to be completely honest. This thing right here, this increases the size, that way you can edit more efficiently, and it increases the size of how the picture is, that way you can get in there and edit the fine-tune points. Like, let's say you have like a sneeze that you did during the game or something like that, and you want to be able to edit it out, but that little last was left in there, that last cough or last effort for the sneeze to make its way out of your body, and you can't quite get it out of the capture or whatever. Just take this lovely thing and maximize it to its fullest capacity, that way you can get in there and edit the entire thing out. When it's like this, and when it's so small, you can't see the fine-tuned things. You can't see within the sound waves and stuff like that, so you will be able to edit it really well. Like this, great, no. Great, no. Great editing, not so great. Great, mediocre. So always keep it, I usually keep it right about here if I'm going to be doing editing. So I'm trying to think of what other things to show you, because there's a lot of things to do in here, and it's hard to pinpoint one fine-tuned thing. This video is already going on more than 20 minutes, so I feel like you guys are gonna be like, shut up. So you can do matching like colors and all that kind of stuff, like I said. Let's see what else. That is, oh yeah, this is fun to use whenever you want to make, like, again with comedic timing, you can slow things down, speed things up. You can
make yourself talk really, really, really high pitch, like I just did here.
Or you can make yourself talk
really, really slowly and really softly and all that kind of thing.
So it depends on how you want to do your editing. You can blade speeds, you can do all that kind of stuff. You can actually have a section where you can just position things, trim, and for my MacBook users who would, I'm trying to think in my head, this would only be available on Mac anyway, so you can just zoom in, you press Z, they have all the actions over here. They make things really, really simple to use. I have to do a tutorial someday on Premiere. I've been using Premiere on and off. I'm not as efficient in it as I am with Final Cut Pro, but with Premiere there's just so many possibilities. Like, I love Final Cut Pro, but Premiere has more of a professional touch to it, if you know what I mean. That's not any shade against Apple, because Apple's really great, but I think they need to come out with their own version of Premiere someday, where it's just only for video and media editing. Like, This could be for music sometimes, but I mean, I really think heavily that they should come out with their own, like, Final Cut Pro Deluxe or something like that. I don't know, but that would probably cost an arm and a leg to get, so never mind. So yeah, I think that's what I'm going to cover for now. If I missed anything by chance, let me know down in the comments below and I will cover it. But yeah, currently right now I'm thinking of making a schedule of the upcoming videos for the week, since I am doing 2 videos a day. I was looking up Dream Daddy, and that's like 14 bucks on Steam, and I don't currently have Steam on my computer. So once I get Steam, I'm gonna be playing Dream Daddy because that looks like so much fun. And I saw, what was it? I saw Planet Peebles. She posted, what was it? I think it was like an Instagram story of like what she was doing on Dream Daddy, and I was just like, that's just hilarious. If you guys don't know, Planet Peebles, aka Mark's girlfriend, she has such an adorable channel. She just uploaded videos, hashtag not sponsored at all. I just absolutely love her channel. It's very aesthetically pleasing, to say the least. So yeah, I'm gonna be putting a list, not in the description, but on my Facebook page. So follow me on Facebook so you guys can get updated on what videos I'm doing every single day. I'm gonna be making the list today and then posting it later. I know once I move again, I'll have to, you know, reschedule absolutely all my times and everything like that, because in, let's see, in California, if I were to upload at 8, 9, 10, 11, no, that would be 11. So 9 and 12 would probably be the uploading times for when I move there. But here, it's always going to be 12 and 3. So just keep that in mind. I know I'm going to have to remind myself constantly. So yeah, that's what I have going on for today. I hope you guys are enjoying these videos. Again, let me know in the comments down below if I missed anything, and I will record a section to, you know, add on to what this is, kind of like a part 2, like I said. But yeah, I really feel like I got the basics down of what you guys will need to know with Final Cut Pro. Again, if you have any questions or you want one-on-one editing help or anything like that, let me know down below and we can set something up. So yeah, if you guys like my face and what I do, please be sure to subscribe and hit the bell down below, because I make videos every damn day. Stay casually nerdy, you guys, and I will talk to you all in the next video. Peace.
Yes, very Audrey Hepburn. Yes, da da da.
Oh, I'm such an asshole. Coffee. Da, 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 da. Swish, swish, bish.